check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate the love and support. And Floyd Mayweather said at the press conference last night after Gervonta Tank Davis stopped Ricardo Nunes in 2 rounds, that they're looking to do Gervonta Tank Davis first pay-per-view versus Tevin Farmer. Let's talk about it. Make sure you share the video. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And they said they want to do the Tank Davis and Tevin Farmer pay-per-view. That was a pay-per-view that I heard they probably had teed up. I heard that earlier in the year. That was a possibility that they may have 6 pay-per-views in a year. Premier Boxing Champions, count them. Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Earl, Keith Thurman versus Pacquiao, and now you got Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. That'll make it 4 for the year. Wilder Ortiz 2. That can make it 5. And they may be doing a pay-per-view with Tevin Farmer and Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, the interesting thing about it is that it's Tevin Farmer's contract with the Zone up. If the contract is not up with the Zone, Eddie Hearn cannot afford to lose another belt. Eddie Hearn has just lost 4 belts this year. He lost the 3 heavyweight titles, WBO, IBF, Super WBA title, and he lost the Mauricio Hooker's WBO title. Okay, and he might also lost some titles in between time in the meantime, but I heard that Tevin Farmer's contract was up with the Zone at the end of the year. That was per his promoter, Lou DiBella. So I think Tevin Farmer has satisfied his DAZN contract. Now, does DAZN want to re-up with his contract? You know what I'm saying? And, they want him to fight Jojo Diaz next. And for him to fight Jojo Diaz is a fight that a lot of people think he'll lose. That will keep the belt over there with DAZN through Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy. Now, does Lou DiBella want to keep him on his own? Does Tevin Farmer want to stay on his own? Obviously, if Tevin Farmer can get a pay raise, or he can still get $500,000 for a 3 or 4 fight deal, let's say it's a 4-fight deal. He fight JoJo, he lose, and then he's still guaranteed in a 3-fight deal $1.5 million left. So it's a $2 million deal. I'm just saying hypothetically. I don't know his numbers. So can Mayweather Promotions offer him, or Al Hammond PBC offer him more than $2 million to fight Tank? I would believe so. They should. So it all boils down to Lou DiBella. Now, Lou DiBella is no longer working with Deontay Wilder. He doesn't promote any of the PBC fights no more, from what I understand. But if he wants to get back into the loop with PBC, and I think he probably does, since the Death Zone is on his way, it's looking pretty shaky right now. That's a real possibility. Now, before I continue on the Tevin Farmer, Gervonta Tank Davis potential pay-per-view, before I click on that, they backup plan is to fight Yurkois Gamboa. Gamboa was actually supposed to be the opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis the 27th this past Saturday night. But he got ordered to a mandatory versus Ricardo Nunes that he had to fight. So that homecoming fight would have put him in there with Gamboa, but they backup plan is to fight, Gamboa, if no Tevin Farmer. Now, the Gamboa fight, I don't believe they would have the balls to even remotely try to sell that as a pay-per-view. Now, there was a very interesting idea proposed by J-Rock on Instagram, and I did a video on it where he said that he wanted to run the idea past Al Hammond to make Tevin Farmer and J-Rock pay-per-view with Tevin Farmer fighting Tank, which I think will be the main event. Jerry Hurd, who's in the house tonight with J-Rock, as the co-main event, and they do a Philly versus DMV pay-per-view event at the Barclays Centers, and that probably gonna fall November, December-ish. So that would probably give PBC 6 pay-per-views event in a year. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis being a pay-per-view star before he even stepped up in the level of competition. Now, he did beat Jose Pedraza, which is a good fighter, and he knocked him out like 7, 8 rounds. And last December, Lomachenko went the entire distance with him. But it's funny how they gonna try to throw him on pay-per-view and he hasn't had a signature win. Now, Pedraza fight was a cool win, but, a signature win, in my opinion, is, a Burchett, maybe a Richard Comey, guys like that. But they put them on pay-per-view, it is what it is. Boxing is really, wearing me down and wearing the fans down. I just don't understand the algorithm or the arithmetic of boxing. That's how confusing it is. But hey, it is what it is. You gotta destroy to build it the right way sometimes. And and I said on my stream earlier this morning that Floyd Mayweather is single-handedly destroying the sport of boxing, and in the way he trying to move it, his vision is not being articulated the proper way. But hey, so be it. Either you're going to get Gamboa or you're going to get Gervonta and Tevin on pay-per-view. And Tevin must be almost out that contract. And does Tevin want to keep fighting on the Death Zone as a co-main event? Or does Tevin Farmer want to fight a headline of pay-per-view, which he may never get that opportunity to do again? So if him and, Tevin and Tank do a pay-per-view at the Barclays Center, I wonder will they have the balls to make it $85? I heard they made Keith Thurman and Pacquiao $85, I guess, in HD pay-per-view. Will they have the wherewithal to reduce the pay-per-view price to maybe $40, maybe $30 and repackage it, or are they gonna really charge us $45 for really 4 known commodities to the casual world? Jared Hurd is a good fighter, but to the casual boxing community, to the casual fan base in America, they don't know who he is. Same thing for Julian J. Rock Williams. They don't know who he is. They don't really recognize or celebrate him in Philadelphia like he should, and that's a fighting town. Rocky, Joe Frazier, a lot of different guys coming out of Hopkins, Gervonta Tank Davis, he known. Pusha T came out to see him. Antonio Brown came out to see him before, and Floyd got the connections to pull. But really, on a casual base level with NHL and NCAA fans, NBA, NFL fans, they really don't know him like that. For him to go on pay-per-view, and Tevin Farmer, a lot of people don't know about him like that. So it's risky business, and they don't know exactly how many homes they project to do. But it's funny that a guy can go on pay-per-view before he even had a true coming out fight. He didn't go out there and beat a Diego Corrales or Angel Manfredi, or he didn't go out there and fight a Jose Luis Castillo or nothing like that. He didn't have a Barrera or Morales type of fight. And this is the new wave of boxing. But somebody around here gonna call me a hater, and you hating on this and you hating on Tank. It is what it is. The proof will be in the pudding. I'm pretty sure they promote the very, very good out of that fight, the good crap out of that fight. But they just throwing anything on pay-per-view now, man. But we'll see how they do. If not, he'll be fighting Yurkois Gamboa. Okay? And they built that fight up. They no mention of Leo Santa Cruz, and I will address the Gary Russell thing in another video if I haven't dropped it yet. But if Tevin Farmer get on pay-per-view, it was all a dream. He never thought he was on pay-per-view. So, got to be some nice incentive for him. I'm pretty sure they can guarantee him more than $2 million. And that's the fight they want. They don't want Miguel Burchett. They didn't call out Jamel Herring. They want Tevin Farmer. And Floyd Mayweather say they basically still got that belt. And that the IBF belt that Tank lost on the scales, that they going to win it back. So, we'll see how the thing go. It don't sound. Tevin Farmer was saying that Eddie Hearn sent multiple offers to fight Tank, and they didn't want to come over to the zone. Obviously, Al Heyman ain't sending none of his known commodities to the zone. So Tevin already know what he got to do. He got to cross over to the zone. If he don't, he can lose his belt to JoJo Diaz on the zone and get a multi-fight deal, or he could try to beat JoJo Diaz in the zone, get a multi-fight deal, and continue to move on. If you don't want to go over there and fight Tevin on pay-per-view, Tank on pay-per-view, I fully understand. He want to stay with the zone, doing what he going to do. He got a chance to be on pay-per-view, or he got a chance to stuff his pockets in multiple fights with the zone. The choice is his. It don't make me no difference, no way. It don't matter if Tank fake Gamboa or Tevin next. I don't care. That ain't a real unification bout anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support, man. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there, man. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Once again, one time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. Share the videos.